Hello my dears, my name is Mariana and welcome to my channel. There is something about getting to see somebody else's practice, their ritual, their routines, that really helps you formulate your own. On the internet, it seems so easy to just throw together a magical practice. Everybody seems to have their whole thing already worked out, and it's a bit unrealistic and a bit overwhelming. Cultivating a magical practice, cultivating ritual, cultivating spiritual routine takes time. It takes a lot of sensitivity with what feels right for you, what really works, and what really makes you go deeper and feel totally grounded in your practice and who you are. So it took me a long time to figure out exactly what feels good for me to start the day. And I want to bring you along with me and show you what I do, what my mornings look like, so that maybe you can get some ideas for playing with your own practice, cultivating your own ritual. Just keep in mind, my routines are mine, yours will be yours. Everybody's practice is totally individual. And also remember that it's not the magic you're doing, but the purpose. Why are you doing this spell or this ritual or whatever it is? What does it bring into your life? If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe, make sure you go follow me on Instagram. And if you like these kinds of magical, witchy practices, I have another video on doing some self-care magic, so go check that one out. It's a really, really great one. And yeah, let's get started. Let's go. Let's do this thing. So good morning, friends. Let's start the day together. So because I run my own tarot business, I have the privilege of getting to wake up on my own time. And typically I wake up with a cat on me in some fashion. But I always make sure to take a moment before I actually get out of bed. Sometimes that looks like scrolling through what my colleagues and friends have posted on Instagram, and sometimes that's just being still for a moment. But really, there's nothing worse than getting up in a frenzy without that sense of presence. It always seems to ruin my day. So once I've stretched and brushed my teeth and fed the cats, then I slowly move through my morning, making some coffee, eating breakfast. I really do take this part of the day seriously, and I cultivate the most sacred time in the morning so that I can ground myself and set myself up for a meaningful, intentional day. So once I'm fed and caffeinated and dressed, then I return to my altar and begin my ritual for the morning. Depending on what's going on for me in the moment, I may or may not light a candle to set a clear intention. But I have my set magical products that I love to use every morning. These first two are by Sphere and Sundry, which is by Caitlin Kopic. Both of these were gifted to me by my extraordinary friend, Christina Farella, who is the best astrologer I know. And if you haven't checked her out yet, please do. Her link is in the description. First, I use the Immortal Heart Tincture, which is for grieving, for processing intense emotional burden. And I've had quite a year, so this one is very important in my morning. I put a little bit over the heart space and just a tiny drop on the tongue. And of course, I'm always very careful, and you should be too, about ingesting anything. Make sure you investigate the ingredients and read the instructions very carefully. That is a must. Next, I use this water of Asclepius spray, which is absolutely so refreshing and healing. And I give it a little spray just over the crown chakra to really help me feel opened, clear, healed. It is such a brilliant way to start my morning. Then I use an Immunity Essential Oil blend. This one I'm using is by Savhera, and it's called Sonia's Shield. And I think I just got this in a Goddess Provisions box, I think. But gotta keep the immunity level high. So once I'm done with my magical items, I just take a moment to sit at my altar. Occasionally, and not every day, I will pull a tarot card depending on what wisdom I need in my life at the moment. But really, I just set an intention. I sit with the images on my altar, particularly the image of the Black Madonna, who is a very sacred figure to me. And I will just be where I am. I will just be in a quiet moment of perfect stillness as much as I can manage it, and see if I can connect through that heart space to truly align just for a brief moment with my depth. I also have a print from Carl Jung's Red Book above my altar, which is probably the best gift my husband has ever gotten me. And sometimes I'll just take a moment to to look at it, to just take it in, to see that image of the soul in the center of the tree of life. Hello, my friends. Interrupting this video with a little bit of an informal announcement. The Archetypal Tarot School is live and registration is open now. If you haven't heard anything about the Archetypal Tarot School, I haven't been talking about it too much because I've been keeping a little under wraps, making sure that everything was set up before I made my official announcement. But it is here. It's a self-guided course, meaning that you can take it in your own time. There's no deadlines, but it also has that community component where you actually get to meet up with your classmates, discuss your thoughts, pull some cards, practice, figure it out together. This course is extremely limited, so if you're interested in that, make sure to go click the link in the description and check out what the school is all about. Check out if it's right for you, and I really hope I see you there. All right, let's get back to it. So now we're getting into my kind of glamour magic routine. First, I like to use this Goddess Power Oil by House Freya. I use it kind of sparingly. It's very perfumey, but I really do like it, especially when I'm going out into the world doing something that requires a little bit of feminine power. I'll always put this on. Before I teach seminars, sometimes before I give readings, it really helps me connect to that place of deep femininity and deep power. Next up is jewelry. Now, I am blessed to have a lot of very witchy, magical pieces of jewelry. I've been gifted some by Satya Jewelry, which is linked in the description. They are an incredible magical jewelry brand. I also have several pieces I've inherited from my family that carry that magical element, and just pieces of crystals, gemstones. And once I pick out my little necklace or my earrings or whatever it may be, I take a moment to kind of touch into that energy as I put it on. Honestly, I am just in love with pretty things, and a lot of times as witches we think that we need to hold to a certain aesthetic, we need to be moody or edgy, and the truth is you are you, and I love adornment, and I love putting on a beautiful piece of jewelry that has a deep essence to it. So the very last thing I do before my morning routine, my morning ritual is done, is read a little bit of Rilke. Now, if you don't know who Rainer Maria Rilke is, he is a German romantic poet. He is my favorite poet. And I've had this book for years. It is a collection of excerpts from his poetry and letters put into a daily schedule. So every morning I will find the date and I will read the excerpt. And it is such a glorious way of tapping me into what my heart most deeply loves. It pulls me immediately into that profound space within myself. That is the gift of Rilke's work, but it is also the gift of starting my day with poetry, with meaning, with something that is beautiful. And this is something I highly recommend for you to try. Go find a poet or an artist or a musician you love and start your day connecting to what you love about their work, and let it remind you of what is precious about your own soul, so that that is what you carry with you into the very start of your day. So I hope you enjoyed my little morning routine. I hope you found something special in it or found it sweet. Don't forget to go follow me on Instagram, and do not forget to subscribe. So that's it. Go try out some beautiful things, cultivate a meaningful practice, and have a gorgeous day, my friends.